Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Kicking things Kickstarter tonight is going to be Snake Rain. This is going to be the collector rare variant dawning from Ancient Guardians. This is a really cool card, and collector's rare is I'm not a big fan of collector's rare, but some of them look pretty sharp, being that the other variants of this are just rares, I believe. This is a pretty spiced choice here, but it is quite pricey. Starting market price for this for first edition near mints are going to be around 53 plus, and they quickly trickle up to about 70, which is pretty insane. If we switch over to lightly playeds, it's going to be about 48-ish. And there's a single stack here of 4, which starts at 120, which is insane. But all around, really great card, really great, awesome artwork, and just something I wanted to shine the light on really quick. Next is going to be Counter. So this is actually the card that was a misprint, so well-known misprint. It's a counter trap card to counter trap cards, but it's not an actual counter trap. There's no counter trap symbol here. So interesting enough, these are actually only the first edition prints. So original Tactical Evolution first editions exclusively are the only ones that have the misprint that are not counter traps. So interesting to note. So we're looking at first editions here, near mint. There's plenty on the market, well under a bone, even for a stack. Here's near mint first edition for 10. Pretty much all across the board, very affordable. And I can actually prove this because here in eBay, you see these are all original Tactical Evolution. Was that the set actually? Yes, Tactical Evolution. But the first editions here, you can see there is no counter symbol on these by the trap card, whereas the unlimited variant has the counter symbol right there. So it just goes to prove only the first edition variants are the ones that have the misprint. So simple known misprint, if you guys are interested in that, kind of cool if you're into that. So awesome. Next is gonna be some more misprint stuff. So here on eBay, I found, and this has kind of been floating around, I've seen a couple different Facebook groups that have a couple different variants of these and a couple different Englishes. These are actually European, Deutsch, German, which it's kind of interesting that they actually put the English card set here. But these are very much Deutsch German. You can see here it's the DE stands for Deutsch, for German. And these are the misprints that don't have fusion. They're not labeled as fusion or tuners. I love this card. I think this card is a collector's card in general, specifically for first edition for Raging Tempest. And these are actually really cool. I've never had the misprint variants before. I have plenty of Rate first editions, but I don't have any of the misprints. And this is actually a relatively well-known misprint as well, and really cool. These are all first Auflage, which is first editions for them, and kind of pricey, but compared to what other variants that I've seen or other market price, this isn't too bad. This is a playset. I did message the seller to verify that it was for all 3. I mean, it does say here, right here in the title, it's actually 3, which is kind of silly. But so 10 bones shipping plus a 60, so 70 bones for a playset. So about 25-ish. Not even 25-ish a piece at that point. So up to you guys on that, but I just thought that was a pretty cool find that I wanted to share with you guys. Next is going to be Evenly Matched. So these are the original print secret rares dawning from Circuit Break. This card is really great. It's always in and out. It's always kind of up to a player's preference to put in it, but right now it's seeing some pretty great numbers. I don't know who much else is running this card. I used to love this card and like run a playset in almost every single deck. I don't do that as much anymore, but an all-around fantastic card. I mean, no one can argue this isn't a good card. It's a really great card. Great Six Samurai artwork. Again, high rarity, secret rare. Really good stuff. So starting market price for this variant for first edition lightly plays is going to be a Phantom under 40 bones for about 39. If you want near mints, they're going to go up to 40. About 40 here. And it looks like there's a playset here, so we'll go ahead and switch over to stack prices. And the first stack for near first edition is 41. And there's a couple other variants here, a couple stacks here if you guys are interested. So this is, of course, for the highest rarity as original secrets. Now there is a 2018 Megaton reprint, which again, this is just as gorgeous as the original print. So personally, these are the ones I have. I've never had the original Secret First. I've only had the Mega 1018 reprints, mirrored reprints, which just look fantastic. They're fine all the same to me personally. And these are going for about 30 for near mint first edition. And we'll go ahead and switch over to bulk prices. They're about 34 plus for stacks. So I think that, you know, keep 3 of these. If you have the secrets, I would keep a playset just to have, because it's an all-around fantastic card. But more specifically for the 2018, I would keep these. I would sell the originals personally, just because, I mean, it's the same thing personally, and I think they both look great personally, in my opinion. The ultras are also going for pretty good money too, so I think first, if you have like bulk for these, for the ultras, I would sell these like hotcakes. This is a really great card, but I don't think they're going to maintain this price. I think that's a great sell target, but I would maintain a playset of the secrets. Next is going to be Necro Gardner. So this is a card that actually used to be used in Lightsworn a long time ago. This is the original prints from Tactical Evolution as ultimate rares, the highest rarity that we have of this card in the TCG. And these are going for some pretty good money. I remember I picked up a couple of these not too long ago for like 2-3 bones. They're extremely affordable for lightly played unlimited ultimates, and now lightly played ultimates are going for a whopping 33 bones market price starting. Near mints are about 33 as well, which is kind of really crazy. It's pretty insane here. So if you have these, I think this is a great sell target, like even for the unlimiteds. Just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and take a look at first editions, and first editions are like right up there. They're not that much away from the unlimited. So anyway, no one's using this card. This card has definitely been washed out of the meta for quite some time. It does look cool. It is old school ultimate rare. Maybe some history matter to it. I'm not really sure. I wasn't playing when this card came out, but I was playing a little bit when I came back in. People were still using this because it was kind of like phasing out that time. So anyway, I think it's a great sell target. Next, that's going to be another great sell target is going to be Droll Commons. So these are going starting market price for the lowest rare that we have here as commons dotting out of structured deck Order of the Spellcasters is about 12 bones, which is insane to me. Now granted, this card is growing in popularity. I feel like a lot of people are starting to run this card, and this card is always rotating in and out of the game state. It's a really fantastic card, no argument on that, but seeing that it is just a common, and there's so many amazing alternative rarities which are quite pricey. This is a very pricey card, always has been, but this is definitely a major sell target in my personal opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and even take a look at bulk prices. It's about 12. This is upside down for some reason, so that's interesting. Anyway, really great stuff. There's of course alternative variants that are really nice. My personal favorite are the super rares from OTS. Those are going for 20 plus, which is pretty hefty price point. And then we have the ultimate rares, which are insanely nice too, but they carry a really fat price point as well. So completely up to you guys on that, but all around just a great card. If you have commons, I would definitely push them off. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is going to be next. This is specifically the Dual Terminal 7 commons. These have seen quite a great articulation and value, and why not? I mean, it's DT, this is an amazing card, and I just might be a little biased because I love DT, but this is just, it's been such an amazing side card for so long, and dark and light are just such huge conglomerates in the meta state. There's so many amazing decks that come out that are light and dark attributes. So starting market price for this lightly played is going to be 15 bones for 15 for lightly played, and then there's this fat stack of 5 right here for lightly played. And the near mints are going to go up to about 17. Just out of curiosity, we'll go ahead and double verify other bulk prices here. So here they are. Pretty awesome. And of course, there's other variants. There's a couple commons and I think a turbo pack rare. But again, there is no holofoils of this. Technically saying, I mean, DT is kind of near here, but really great original DT, great stuff. So awesome stuff on that. Next is going to be Light Imprisoning Mirror, same Dual Terminal 7 as the DT commons, and these are going for about 6 bones for lightly played. And then if you want near mints, it's about the same price here, which happens to actually be a stack here, which is really cool. Only 2 stacks available. for Lightning Imprisoning Mirror. Again, pretty much the same treatment, commons and a turbo pack rare for the other variants. If you guys want a really affordable one, I mean, just go for the original first edition commons, just for playability purposes. You're not really going to make much of a return on this. This is just if you need a playset to side in. Same with Shadow Imprisoning Mirror as well. I personally run the first edition commons, but I have several copies of the DTs on both dark and light. Next is going to be Imperial Iron Wall. So this is an interesting side choice. There's always going to be a lot of removal in the game. It's all off-spot effect. The graveyard is a huge resource for the game state, and there's some pretty cool variants in this. My personal favorite is the OTS 1, being that it's OTS 1, the very first OTS, which is pretty special, as is super rare. Really cool artwork, really great effect, great floodgate in general. And starting market price for this for near mint is going to be roughly around 3-ish, 4 bones. And we'll go ahead and take a look at bulk prices. Starting stacks is a 7 stack here for about 3 plus shipping depending on how many you buy. There's a stack of 12 here for about Phantom under 5, and kind of trickles up after that. There also is the Legendary Collection Ultra Rares. So Legendary Collection Joey's World, an amazing set, just like Legendary Collection 3, just like Legendary Collection Kaiba. Amazing sets, great blowout cards, and great rarities. You should really check them out if you guys have time. And let's go ahead and take a look at some first edition copies. These are like 2 bones, 2-3 bones pretty much all across the board for these onesie stacks. And let's take a look at bulk prices. First stack of 18 for about Phantom under 4 for Lightly Played first edition. Fat stack of 118 here for about 4 plus. Really great stuff. So up to you guys. This looks really great too. I personally have several copies of both variants, but the OTS Super takes the cake for me personally. Next is going to be Borosaur Dragon. So this card is really relatively affordable. I think it's insanely affordable. I mean, 20 bones for near mint first edition original Cybernetic Horizon is pretty insane. I remember when this card came out, it was like over 100 bones, and it's not really used as much, but it's still a very good card. This is still a very good card. This could be a one swing kill. It's a game ender, and a lot of people aren't even running this deck, and I can understand why, but it's still always going to have great infamy, great history merit. It's a gorgeous card, high rarity secret rare. And Cybernetic Horizon is not like an insanely old set, but it's also like not something that is really in circulation anymore. So okay, so 20 bones, near mint first edition original copies. Not even, there's one here for 18. There's a couple here for 18, 19 before it hits that 20 bone mark. These are all onesie stacks. There is actually a 3 stack here, so single play set for 19. This is pretty incredible. Let's see what other bulk prices are in here. So there's one for 19, then it quickly jumps up to 24 for bulk prices for near mint first edition. So I would recommend that you guys get the near mints, because for me personally, this is more for collectability purposes. Like, yes, you can have one to play. I don't think much of anyone has ever really run more than one. Just out of curiosity, lightly playeds, I mean, there's not even lightly playeds in this range of filters, so you're gonna go near mint. I think this is a really great buy, especially for this one right here, of course, being that's under 20 bones for a stack of first edition near mint original prints. Alternatively, there is the mirrored secret rare out of Hero's Revenge, which is apparently going between 14 and 18, which looks really great. And these actually look, I don't know if it's just the picture here on TCGP, but it looks actually like a little bit more brighter, at least in this artwork or this variant, which is great. Still very much a secret rare, but again, because the original print first editions near mints are so affordable, highly recommend that you guys pick up those. And then the ultra rare is just disgusting, so we don't even talk about that. Gift card is going to be next. So Tactical Evolution again. This is still a solo print. This is used in Chain Burn or other kind of variants that use the reverse burning effect cards. There's a monster and there's a continuous trap. And this is not seen the light of day on a reprint. Here it is, the Dark Nurse and Bad Reaction. There's also the original game promo Super had a different name, which I can't remember what it is, but there's a different variant for the original one. anyone, anywhere across the board. I mean, lightly played first edition or lightly played near mints, of course, what we're going to be looking at here. And these are just starting market prices like almost like 9 bones, like 9 bones for this. This is only for unlimited. So just, you know, really good money. If you just have like stacks of commons, you happen to have old commons from this era of the game, and you can sell these in bulk prices, let's go ahead and there's not even bulk prices. Like, there's not an option to select bulk prices. So I don't know if this is like super short printed or what, but this card is really good money, and I think this is an amazing sell target unless you're playing the deck. Keep a playset, but really great money to be made there. Next I wanted to talk about briefly was the 2019 Prismatic Secret Rare Tin promos. So everyone knows about Nibiru and Dark Ruler. Dimension Shifter is kind of growing in popularity, I feel, of late. There's some people that are siding it in. What I want to talk about more specifically was Regeki. So Regeki has been something that people have been siding in. I know I personally lost a few games to this card. I'm currently playing Zombies right now, and I never really thought about it before, but this card is completely unlocked to 3, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. I mean, I know there's a lot of ways to negate this card, but still, remember this card being banned for the longest time, and the sheer fact that it's at 3 completely like unlocked is pretty awesome. Starting market price for this particular variant for the Prismatic Secrets is about 5 bones. And interesting enough, I remember when this card was like 1, 2, 3, it was just so insanely affordable, especially like right when the set dropped. Getting that this is about almost 3 years old now, and these were just such dirt cheap for so long, and like highly printed, just like all over the place, and you could just pick these up for like onesie twosies. And now they're articulating some value, not insane value. They're about like 5 bones. Again, this is because people are starting to kind of realize that this is still a good card. I mean, if it's played right and if it actually goes off and doesn't get negated, it wipes boards. It completely clears field, which is really great. So this is a really great card to potentially sell if you were one of those players that picked them up for onesie twosies, or just side in tech, or just to kind of get your mind around that this is still a card, and it will dig up your plays if you're not paying attention. Okay, next is going to be another really great board wipe, is going to be Zeus, and this is another really great boss extra monster that's extremely affordable right now. Of course, we have the Starlight Rares, which are going pretty fat price tag, and the Ultimate Rares going between $44.50. But what I want to talk about more specifically is going to be the original print first edition Secret Rares from Phantom Rage. And if things haven't changed too much here, it looks like a few of them, but yeah, about 21. There's like about 21. First couple ones are about 21 for new first editions, which I think is really nice. Again, I remember when this card was like breaking a bill when it first came out. This was the only variant that we had for a while. Let's go ahead and look at stacks. So stacks are going to be about 23. There is a fat stack of 18 right here for this near mint first edition of 20, which is again just very insanely affordable. Seeing where this card came from, and now granted, yes, we have the Ultimate Rare, we have the Starlight Rare, which really kind of drive this price down, but still, this is a gorgeous card. This is the very first print of this card. This is a very infamous card, and it's going to be relevant for a very long time. This is one of the easiest board wipes in the game right now, and this is just a really great variant. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. There isn't really lightly plays on the market, so anyway, do with you will with that. And then of course there is the Ultra Rare, which no one likes because it's disgusting. Okay, Evil Swarm Exciton Knight is gonna be next. Another really great board wipes, and the reason why I'm going over board wipes, why I'm putting so much emphasis, is because, like always, there's always these formats that come in and out where people just have like these killer boards, and it's basically like break your opponent's board or lose, break your opponent's board or die, and that's essentially kind of like the state that we, for the most part, are almost always in. It's all just figuring out how we go about breaking these boards, when to break them, if we can break them, and all that stuff. So another really great card from Legacy of Valiant Original Prints, high rarity Secret Rare here, and these are going for pretty good money, and we're kind of seeing some interesting price trends here on this card. Starting market price for new first edition is going to be about 17 bones, and there's no stacks here on the first page, so we'll just go ahead and switch over to bulk prices. For stacks for near mint first edition, it's gonna be about 27, and there's 2 play sets. Let's incorporate lightly played, and there's no stacks for lightly played, interesting enough. Now, there is a mirrored secret rare variant from the Megatins. Megatin 2014, which was actually the first Megatin, if I'm not mistaken, which are significantly more affordable. And again, for collectability purposes, you know, of course, go for a first edition original secret. But for playability purposes and just to have a couple, I would recommend you get a playset of these so you can have at least one in each deck that you want to build, because it's just a fantastic generic rank 4 that has the potential to just completely reset the board, which is awesome. Really great artwork. It reminds me of like Insector styled artwork, which I think is really cool. I'm really into Insectors. So we're going to check out bulk prices for this first edition lightly played near mints, and these are about 5-ish, 6, and they go up to about 7, 8 after that. So not a bad alternative. Really awesome card. Skill Drain is going to be next. So OTS Tournament Pack 19 just dropped, and I'm super excited about Skill Drain. Huge anti-meta player, and I just love Skill Drain. It's been one of my all-time favorite trap cards of all time. It's right up there with Macro Cosmos. And it's slowly going down. It started around like 115, 105, and now it's about 101. And this is only for stacks, because this is something that I want to pick up in bulk prices. So I'm only going to be showing the stacks for you guys. It might be a little bit, we'll just go ahead and take this off really quick, see if it is. So it's going down to 90. So 90 is kind of like the new low point for this, but the thing about this is I really want to get stacks, and actually there's a stack here, a 12 here for 93. So it's slowly starting to go down, which is really great. I'm not really sure like the magic number that when this hits that I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna buy this, but I'm definitely planning on investing in 3 to 9 copies of this card, because again, it's just an amazing card. I'm so excited that it finally came back to 3, and it's just the sheer fact that they made an ultimate. I haven't seen what it looks like. I'll have to look online. People are like cracking these packets open and pulling them, so I'll have to figure out what it looks like more specifically in person. But again, I'm going to be looking at this. I'll be following this card, training this card for quite some time. And this is definitely something I'm looking at, and sooner than later I plan on picking these up, because I'm really excited about this card, and I don't want to miss the best prices on this. Next is going to be number 17, specifically the Ghost Rare. So Generation 4's really infamous set, great history merit. This was the very first set that donned XYZs, which are these black cards here, which are amazing. Black's my favorite color, and XYZs are my all-time favorite extra deck monsters / mechanic. Really great stuff, and these are going for about 74 for the first onesie stacks of near mint first edition. And there is there's 2 stacks of bulk prices. So this first playset near mint first edition is 100 bones from Card Crack, interesting name. And then we have a set of 5 here for 100 bones from Core TCG, infamous Core TCG, one of the best sellers on here. Really awesome. They never jack up an order, and they're always super nice, and quick shipping and all that really great stuff. So I personally highly recommend them. I buy from them all the time. Really great stuff. Alright, next is going to be Gore's Emissary of Darkness. So this was the card that got everyone the fervor fear of not attacking with their highest attack monsters first directly back in the day. Relatively old card. Again, this was like quite some time ago. Really fun card. This is part of the Ghost Gold hybrid series, which is very unique. This gold series Haunted Mine was the only TCG set that donned this hybrid rarity, which is really cool. And this is just a really fun card. Again, it's definitely seen its time. It's not completely washed out. I mean, if you wanted to, you could definitely tech it in, but I mean, at this point in the game, we have, like I mentioned before, evenly matched, which if you don't have any cards, evenly matched is going to be the card that you're going to drop as opposed to this. But the collectability behind this and the sheer rarity of it being a ghost gold is insane, and this is just a gorgeous card, and I have a couple copies of these myself, and they look really nice. Starting market price is going to be about 26 bones, and it goes to about 30 bones for near mint copies here. There is a stack of 5 right here for 35. And there's 2 pages of availability, and that's going to be the only bulk prices for this card. Thank you so much for joining tonight. If you guys have enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life is very difficult. Be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.